If you saw me doing that in a vehicle, outside your police station, parked there, idling on double yellows, on my phone, with the engine on, you come up and give me a ticket straight away.
I wouldn't.
Well, you wouldn't, but she probably would if she pulled up and seen me doing that. Now, the first thing I noticed was this police car stopped on double yellow lines, idling his engine on his mobile phone. Your engine's on and you're on your mobile phone. Are you on the phone to emergency services right now?
Sorry?
Are you on the phone to emergency services right now?
I'm waiting for a prisoner to come out.
Okay, then you should have your engine off while you're on the phone. Unless you're on the phone to emergency services or paying at a drive-through, it is a criminal offence, isn't it? So he's just going to continue with his engine on. KX69DYH. That's the first thing, straight away. Straight off the bat. Dear. So let's see if I can get his number or name. It is PC224 Dixon.
We're outside a criminal justice center in Northampton when the auditor notices a police vehicle parked on double yellow lines, engine running, with the officer on a handheld device, something that would normally earn a civilian a ticket. What follows isn't about parking enforcement, but about accountability. Before saying a word, the auditor carefully records the scene, locking in the evidence first. This sets the stage to see how officers react when the rule breaker isn't a member of the public, but one of their own.
And he's just going to continue sitting there on his mobile phone with the engine running. So he's admitted on footage that he's not on the phone to emergency services. So what we'll do is wait for another constable. We'll report it and see if they're going to do anything about it. Yeah, the exceptions are paying at a drive-through and being on the phone to emergency services. Other than that, under the new laws, you should not be touching your phone whilst your engine is running. Whether you're parked or not, your engine should be off. Just saw him go over his radio. So we shall wait and see.
Idling on double yellow lines while using a phone is normally a traffic offense unless there's a clear emergency exemption. Here, the officer appears to admit he's not dealing with an emergency, creating an obvious tension when someone tasked with enforcing the law seems to be ignoring it. How officers respond in moments like this often says more than the violation itself. Instead of arguing, the auditor chooses a measured approach and decides to escalate the issue properly by seeking out a supervisor.
Sorry, are you a police officer?
Pardon?
Are you a police officer?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, this police officer here is parked on double yellows with his engine running, and he was on his phone as well, which are all offences.
Have you made a complaint at the moment?
I'm doing that now to you, sir.
Okay, give me 1 moment.
Okay, thank you.
Jump in the back. I'll let him jump in. Thank you. I need a cigarette. Well, if you want a cigarette, you can get a cigarette, or you might have to go. Well, I'll get it now. I don't think it's not a real. You can have it or you can get a taxi away. Do you want to get in? Yeah. Hold on, man. I'm going to give you a
So he said give him 1 second and we'll see if he actually comes back or not. Or whether he's going to do the thin blue line thing.
Oh. Hi mate, you right?
Oh yeah, yes
My name's
sir.
Chris Forshaw, following on this 980, are you right?
982, yeah, thank you.
No,
Christopher.
980.
980.
Yeah, 980.
980.
So, what I'd recommend, best solution at the moment,
Yep.
I'm dealing with a live prisoner in custody.
Okay.
I would say if you've got a complaint,
Yeah.
what you've seen, if you've got it on video as well, 101's probably the best shout.
Right.
And to put a complaint through. If it's easier,
Mhm.
it's probably best to do it online. That could be a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
But that's what I'd recommend at the moment.
Have you got an inquiry desk here at the...
We don't know.
No?
Our closest inquiry desk from here, unfortunately I'm not from the county.
Right.
I think it would be Western Fable,
Western Fable, okay.
Campbell Square.
Campbell Square, cool.
So the Campbell Square is in the town centre.
Yep.
And they may have a station that you can knock at. I don't know if they've got an active one all the time.
Right, okay.
Probably like a floating one, but Fable should have someone manned.
Is that Fable or Fable?
Western Fable.
Western Fable,
Yeah,
okay,
so
cool.
it's an NN3 postcode, so it's on the eastern side of Northampton.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, they've normally got somebody there until 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
The auditor attempts to report the issue to other officers on site. Ordinarily, police have a duty to look into reported offenses regardless of who is responsible. Instead, notice the immediate shift toward bureaucracy. Rather than addressing the visible infraction happening nearby, attention is redirected to processes, paperwork, and online reporting forms. It gives the clear impression of hesitation to hold a colleague accountable in the moment. Still, the auditor continues pressing the issue, determined to see whether they will actually carry out their duty.
Quite rude. Also, I went up and asked him, why he's parked with double yellows on his phone with his engine running. He just rolled his window and said, I can't be asked for this, and just sat there idling, which is an offence, on his phone with the engine on, which is an offence, and parked on double yellows. It's not acceptable. You're literally outside a police station as well, and then obviously that van parks up on double yellows to serve the police here, and they do nothing about it.
Yeah, unfortunately, if I was part of a complaints team, I'd be able to manage that.
Yeah. But I understand.
Some sort of solution.
I understand that you're busy, yeah.
It's not that I'm busy, it's just I'm not part of a complaints team.
Okay, fair enough.
We deal with investigation, but from somebody in custody usually.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm dealing with today.
No worries. Well, I appreciate your
That's
professionalism,
right, no
and have a good day.
Take care. Have a good day.
You're telling her all about the offences you committed?
Sure.
All the offences that you committed? Confessing? Is he confessing all his offences to you? No?
No.
Shall I enlighten you instead? Pardon?
What I'd say, instead of aggravating the situation, I'd probably say if you...
Yeah. Well, I'm seeing if this lady can take it instead. So you said you're not part of the complaints team.
That's a response officer, so they respond to emergency incidents, okay?
But if even a response officer, if they witness something, if she's literally witnessing it and doing nothing.
Again, stop talking for me.
Don't tell me to stop talking. You can politely request, but you don't tell me to stop talking. That's rude.
Okay?
You can't tell me to stop talking.
You don't have to accept my request.
No, I don't. It wasn't a request, was it? It was a directive.
The best solution
Very rude.
is to go through to our county complaints team.
Yes, you told me all of that, yeah.
We did. So that lady is not part of our complaints team.
But she's just witnessed it firsthand, so she can actually act on it. Well, apart from the fact he's idling on double yellow lines, both offences, so yes, you have.
To me either, and you were happy with my solution.
This conversation highlights a familiar friction point, the perceived double standard between civilians and police. The officer insists he is too busy dealing with a prisoner, yet continues to spend considerable time arguing the issue. Professional conduct would usually mean de-escalating or simply accepting the report, but instead the officer appears focused on defending the status quo. Watch how the auditor turns the officer's own logic back on him, questioning his claimed lack of availability using the time he is choosing to spend debating it.
Pardon?
Okay, you were happy with my solution, and I spoke to
You said you're dealing with a prisoner, that's why.
You complained about the cafe to you as well then?
Pardon?
You complained about cafe to you?
I have, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I've recommended the places to go and make a complaint to, and I've also given you 2 other solutions, which is one via phone and the second one via online. As I've recommended, the online could be slightly faster, and it's easier if you've got a smartphone as well.
Yes, recommended, but, and I appreciate your recommendations.
Because this is a response officer, okay? So, at the moment, this lady will normally have some sort of job deployed to, or she's waiting for a job to be deployed to.
Well, while she's waiting, she could take the officer's details and raise the log, couldn't she?
But I can do that, and you didn't ask me to do that either.
Well, you said you're busy with the prisoner. She's sat here in a vehicle. It's a bit different, isn't it?
And unfortunately,
it's not my job to deal with it. I've not witnessed anything, and just the same as
So you didn't see him idling on double yellow lines?
unfortunately, sir,
That's not a criminal offence.
Idling your vehicle is a criminal offence. Well, no, take his details and log the crime and raise the crime. Take his details.
Number?
Yes, I have.
Did you take the VRM of the vehicle as well? Okay, and you've taken the location as well?
Yes.
And time and date?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and you've got it on visually recorded evidence as well. So, essentially, you've got all the evidence you need.
Yeah, but then it's that thing of why does nobody do anything about it when they witness it?
Is we then need to raise that incident, because if you believe it's an incident...
If you saw me doing that in a vehicle, outside your police station, parked there, idling on double yellows, on my phone, with the engine on, you come up and give me a ticket straight away.
I wouldn't.
Well, you wouldn't, but she probably would if she pulled up and seen me doing that.
Basing something on probably... isn't good enough at the moment.
Why not? That's what you guys do all the time.
I would have done that, and I wouldn't have, because it'd be down to my discretion at the time, and it'd be the same for this officer as well. It'd be that lady's discretion.
Right.
Okay.
The officer brings up the idea of discretion, which is a legitimate part of policing but often feels uneven when viewed from the public side. The core principle at stake is equality before the law. If a member of the public did this, a ticket would likely follow. When it is an officer, it becomes just a conversation. The auditor pushes this point precisely, forcing the officer to justify why the rules appear flexible for the badge, which leads to an unexpected admission. Stay with it, because moments later the officer walks straight into a hypothetical that exposes a glaring double standard you won't want to miss.
So, as I said, you've got the visually recorded evidence, you've got the officer's collar number, you felt what was being done today was wrong, and you believe it's an offence to do that.
Well, I don't believe it is, as the legislation says it is, not that I believe it is.
And you say it's a fact, that this person was committing an offence, and it was a police officer on duty in a marked vehicle, with the collar number, and you said, this is wrong. And if you believe that's wrong, and you say it is wrong, raise that concern. But
that's what I was about to do.
What we need to do is we need to raise that concern through the correct channel. And this is not the correct channel.
Well, why not?
Because I've given you the correct channel again.
Okay. A paramedic, there's nothing that they can do.
You're not a paramedic, though. You're a police constable.
Exactly. And I've got no powers over him. I haven't witnessed him doing anything.
So you didn't. So you're saying outright you did not witness that vehicle idling on double yellow lines?
I don't know if his engine was on. He was stopped there. He was about to pick up a prisoner and take them home.
So can we, is it best to probably raise it? Because at the moment we're going around in circles and we're not giving you an end solution here. And ultimately, if you see something is wrong, I agree, I'd want a solution to that as well, okay? So aligning with you, saying, okay, if that's what you've done, I've understood with you, and I've been polite and professional throughout. I've given you my collar number as well.
Until you started trying to give me directives telling me to stop talking.
Well,
that
at the
was
moment,
rude.
when you've asked for something and...
Well, yeah, but I was done with my conversation with you. You came back.
I have come back because you've then gone to another officer to raise the exact same concern. We are of the same rank, and if my solution isn't the... If I've provided you a solution that isn't with me, that officer's going to do the same thing as well.
Not necessarily.
It is.
Not necessarily. As you said, you wouldn't do something because it's down to discretion. So, so it would have been down her. That would have been down to her discretion as well. So your discretion is not the same as her discretion.
We see a classic circular argument unfolding here. The officer repeatedly insists on following a specific complaints procedure instead of addressing the live issue directly in front of him. While policy may require formal reporting, to an average viewer it comes across as deliberate avoidance. The auditor quickly recognizes he is being blocked by process rather than substance, but remains calm and composed, allowing the officer to continue speaking until his own explanations begin to contradict what he has already witnessed.
And the best way to get what you've clearly has upset you or maybe frustrated you today is to go through the correct channel to get that resolved. And what you're doing right now is not going to get your solution resolved. The issue resolved, sorry.
Okay. But again, it's that thing of if I did that outside here, I would be ticketed.
That wasn't your problem. Your problem was the officer doing it. And that's what you told me.
Yes, but again, if I did that, then
we don't want to go with an if, we want to go with a fact. And you seem quite a factual person. So let's not go with an if and make it conditional. Let's go with what we've actually got at hand. Okay? And what we've got at So you've got the correct channel to go through. Please, could you go through that channel?
Okay, so I'll go get a vehicle, I'll park it there and idle it and go on my phone, and then you guys can raise it through the correct channels because you guys won't do anything about it. That's fine, no problem. All right, I'll go get my vehicle and I'll just sit here idling on my phone.
Okay.
And you guys can just walk by and do nothing about it.
And potentially that could happen.
Yeah.
That could happen.
Sure it would.
But it could. And,
yeah, but let's not talk about could. Let's not talk about what could happen.
Well, pop your vehicle there then. If that's what you would like to do. I don't recommend you do that. I don't advise you do that.
No, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to stoop to his level. But
that's fine. But I don't advise you to do that. Of course, I'm not going to stop you from doing it. But I can't. My advice is please don't do that.
And you can't stop me from
Okay.
asking every constable that I meet along the way the same question.
No,
unfortunately. Yeah, you give me your recommendations.
Yeah.
Fine, appreciate
And
it.
that's the best way.
And that's fine, and I'll take your recommendations on board, but I will still do things how I see fit to
If
do
I
them.
reported something, I would hope that to get the best possible outcome, I'd want to go through the best possible channel. And the channels that you've gone through today, from any marked vehicle or any person that works at this station, isn't the correct team. That team don't work at this station.
This is a textbook auditor reversal. By suggesting he do the exact same thing, idling on double yellow lines, the auditor directly tests the officer's consistency and integrity. It makes one point unmistakably clear: the legality of the action doesn't change based on who is doing it. The officer's reluctance to admit he would treat a civilian the same way exposes the enforcement bias at play. As the implication sinks in, the exchange becomes visibly uncomfortable, with the double standard laid bare in real time.
So nobody here will do anything about an offence in terms of that.
And raising that complaint and actually giving you an outcome, not from this station.
So she can literally just get our notepad out, take down my details, log the offence, get back to me. It could be that quick and simple. I could literally tell her my collar. I could tell them the collar number now. The offence is. Why not?
No.
Because she's a response officer. But so a response officer, if she responding to a crime, wouldn't be able to log a crime. Of course you can. A constable has the power to log a crime. It's not that she can't, it's that she won't.
Yeah, because
and that's the difference.
The police force, because it's another police officer as well, we have a way to do things, and it's a process. And I've raised that process.
Have a way to do things. Go through the online channels, fob us off with.
Not necessarily.
It's exactly what happens.
Wasn't there?
Yeah. Okay. Ring 101. Yes. Yeah. Ring 101.
And the last one.
What was the other one? No, I can't remember the last one now.
The last one, I'll remind you of it. It was to go to a actual open.
Oh, to the open police station.
Yeah. So that's just as Western Fable.
Yeah.
As I said, that's probably the easiest one. If you actually wanted to see somebody in person, I think they work until about 4ish.
Again.
Western Fable police station. The people at the front desk.
Yeah, 4.
It's about 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then the other station, I don't know if it's always got somebody there, but Campbell Square.
As a constable, regardless of what team you work for,
yes,
right, you have a duty to uphold your oath, right, which is to act fairly, impartiality, act with integrity.
Absolutely.
Ignoring a crime just because it's not part of your team and your force or your task force, whatever it is ignoring parts of your oath, and can actually be classed as malfeasance in public office, not acting on your duties to the harm or benefit of another person.
The focus now turns to the police oath of impartiality. Officers pledge to enforce the law fairly, without favoritism. In this interaction, however, the auditor highlights a clear bias toward a fellow officer rather than the law itself. It's a clever and strategic move. Instead of responding with anger, he invokes their own professional code, making their inaction appear unjustifiable. Notice how the officer attempts to redirect the ethical obligation back to procedural rules, revealing the tension between principle and practice.
I'll go to Western Fable, seeing as that's where the officer... Are you recording me?
Yeah.
Is there a reason you didn't notify me in line with your policies?
Have you notified me that you're recording?
I don't have policies to follow, you do. Thing is, I can request that under GDPR and Data Protection Act. If I don't know that I've been recorded because you haven't notified me, how am I supposed to exercise my right to access that footage?
Well, you can bring in and they can link it to the internet.
Yes, but but if I don't know that I've been recorded and I don't know there's footage to request, how would I do that? Because I wouldn't even know I've been recorded. Exactly. So follow your policies, please. Notify members of the public when you start recording them.
Okay.
All
right. Well, thank you. Thank you for your time. Hopefully I've given you an answer to, or
not a satisfactory. Not a satisfactory one. No, I don't agree with what you said. I think you're both constables. I think you both have the power and the duty under your oath to act on something when you see it happening. Particularly, you said you're busy dealing with a prisoner. You're sat there in a vehicle.
Unfortunately,
not direct. If you turned your blues on and had to shoot off, I'd be like, all right, fair enough. You've got more important things to do.
I'm on a pace clock with that suspect.
Of course, you've got 24 hours. I know. Go. Be on.
Okay. And I've simply just helped a custody sergeant out to facilitate that journey home for that person. And I've just noticed yourself, and I thought I would just make contact and connect with you.
Sure.
For that. But hopefully, I know that it's maybe not the answer you were given, but
no.
From what I've been told and the knowledge that I've got, that was the correct process to give you.
No, that's a process, and that's the process we got fobbed off with, so constables don't have to deal with it, even though, again...
Well, that was the guidance I've got.
Yeah, under their obligation of that oath.
If it was myself, I would want to, if I have a complaint or I raise a concern, I'd want to go to a team that's specialised in that concern or that complaint.
Now, pay attention to the body-worn camera discussion. Standard policy typically requires officers to announce when they start recording, ensuring transparency and accountability. Here, the officer admits he didn't make any announcement, claiming there's no policy compelling him to do so, contradicting common standard operating procedures. This moment highlights why understanding your rights and data protection laws is crucial, as the auditor skillfully challenges why the officer is concealing the recording.
Because that way, I've got a team that specialises in that, they're aware of that, they deal with that daily potentially, and they can give you the best possible outcome.
I'm sorry, for any constable, I'd like to think that getting details from somebody to raise issue of idling on a phone on double yellows is pretty basic stuff. I don't think you'd need specialists for that. Obviously, you have.
I don't want to discredit those people because
no, I'm not saying there aren't specialists for it. Obviously, you have the road teams and that, but it's something that I think it's quite common knowledge about not being on your phone while your engine's running, especially with the new law that's recently come out. There's a lot of publicity around it.
It'd be a specialist team.
All right then.
Yeah, I can't say exactly what team specifically. I'm pretty sure it goes through a complaints team. And then, if there's something that involves the police officer, it potentially goes to our professional standards team, also known as PSD. But again, they are not based at this station either. Okay, so in terms of people at this station, for example, the chief constable, he doesn't work at this station either.
No, I'll avoid PSD. I'll go straight to IOPC. To be honest, PSD's internal, IOPC is independent. So yeah, we won't be getting PSD involved. We'll go straight to IOPC.
Yeah, okay. So, but yeah, hopefully you sort of have a slightly better day without any issues.
Hopefully. Hopefully I'll meet some constables that are willing to uphold their oath, but there we go. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
What was your name, by the way?
I didn't give it, did I?
No, that's what I said. What was your name? As a question.
You said, well, yeah, no.
Nice to meet you. You said, my name's Chris, as I said.
Yes, you did, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to give any details. Thank you.
Alright. Cool. No worries, bud. Alright. There you go, all right. Yeah, so what's the thing? You just put back the out and what time you guys on? No, but yeah, I'll get back. I think I'm probably going to do it. Yeah, see you later. See you later.
Yeah, well, there. Two constables that didn't uphold the oath, one constable violating laws that aren't going to do anything about it. Follows public footpath. And that constable that just I was talking to is now just watched me go into the car park. So I noticed while I was talking to those officers, they have a slogan on their cars: fighting crime and protecting people. Doesn't seem like they're very good at the fighting crime aspect of that job. The vehicles themselves, no rubbish laying around in them, which is good. Yeah, let's have a wander around, have a look for some marked vehicles. Pardon?
Car park, it's a staff car park.
I'm not parking. Thank you. Pardon?
Can you now leave?
Was that a lawful request?
Yes.
What law am I breaking by being here?
You're filming car parks, cars in this car park.
And what law is that? What law is that breaking?
You're trespassing, you need to leave.
And what is trespass a criminal matter, is it? Is that a criminal offence? See, it's funny because when you think I'm doing something illegal, you come and accost me, but you were too busy to deal with these sorts of things 2 minutes ago when I reported an officer committing offences.
The auditor eventually moves to the car park, immediately triggering a trespass warning after his complaint had been ignored. 3 key takeaways emerge here. First, calm persistence often reveals more than aggression ever could. Second, discretion is frequently used to shield colleagues from accountability. Third, always understand the distinction between policy and law. The officer acted swiftly against the auditor but hesitated to address his peer's clear violation. Let me know in the comments if you think a regular driver would have received a ticket. Subscribe for more in-depth breakdowns. This video is educational, not legal advice. Always check your local laws.